Sup guys, and welcome back to another T-Pose development video. In this video I'll just be going over a little dairy scene that I've built. It's all built out of little tiles and sort of going over my import process into Unity and yeah, explaining everything in sort of simple terms so hopefully even the average viewer that is not a game developer can possibly understand. So, as all game developers have to do before we start work, you gotta charge up and get ready to go. Here we go guys. Oh! Oh! Let's get building. Alright guys, here we go. So, I actually recently recorded another episode to do with this little scene here and how it was all built, but I didn't have OBS at the time, which I'm using to capture everything right now, and honestly, After Effectsing all that stuff, or sorry, Premiering all that stuff together would take too much time, so I'll just quickly explain sort of what was going down in the last episode. So, we are building this little dairy here. A dairy, for you people that are not from New Zealand, is either a corner store, or a mini-mart, or I don't know, what else? A convenience store, I think they call it sometimes. Something like that. Anyway, it's a store where you can buy rather expensive goods that have been bought from the supermarket and probably shouldn't be sold as singles, but they're selling it as singles anyway, because that's what they do. So, what we got here is this whole scene is actually built out of little tiles that I'm clicking together to build a sort of procedural building here. Procedural just being like I could build many shapes and sizes out of this one sort of building, essentially. So to show you what I mean, essentially here we got these little walls. Well, let's just pull it out so you can take a look. So everything I've been building here is a 1 meter wide by 1 meter thick wall. Well, it's not thick in this case, but you know, it's 1 meter wide essentially. So what this allows us to do is, say we want to build a wall, and here you go, you get this one thin piece. It's not very useful by itself, but if we keep duplicating it and sliding it across like this, check it out, we can essentially build a building just like this, and it's very quick. It's kind of like, you know, adult Lego, but a bit more complex and a lot less money. And it's, you can start to see we are essentially building a little quick building that we are just clicking together. Now, this looks like alright, but say we want like a door. Let's come and grab one of these bits. We want to be able to get into this little building we're building here. Let's click it on next to these guys here. Oh, sorry, screwed that one up a little bit. There we go, we got ourselves a little door. Maybe we want a window next to it too. And just click this back onto there. Conveniently, Unity is actually letting me, as you can see, we've got a little grid here on the ground. That's what I'm snapping everything to right now. It makes this process rather easy to do, which is very nice, very comfortable to work in. What other bits we got here? It's kind of fucked. Oh, no swearing, my bad. Maybe I'll beep that out. Maybe we want an AC unit. This thing's just built separately, so I can just slap it on whatever I want. I don't know, normally go like here, right? Like over this like end window. I don't know why. If you look at a picture of reference, it always seems to go there. And yeah, and everything in the scene is built the same sort of way. So I've got a path. I've got a 2x1 here, and this is a little edge piece. So what we'd do with an edge piece is we'd slap it on the outside like this, right? And then we get a fill piece. As you see, like the difference between the two is this one has got an actual like edge to it, like some bricks and stuff, because that's normally what you get on a path. This is what we use to fill in the gaps. So here, just like this, and there we go. As you see, now we've got a fat path going on there. Pretty good. And now we just duplicate this around like this. So this is great and all, but you will see in just a second, once I've copied this around, and we can't really make this thing go around corners. As cool as it is, you know, as you see, this little bit over here doesn't really carry around, and that's not so good. So what we'll build is a little corner piece that we can modularly slot into there. You could do something like this, actually. But I'd advise not doing that. It's pretty bad stacking up models like that. You get some sort of issues that happen, like flickering, because I can't tell which layer to render first. I'm not going into a reason as to why for that, because it'll take a while to explain, but I might do it in a future video. So for a corner piece, I've got these little corner bits here like this, right? So I can like slap them out like this. Say we want to use our 2x2 meters again. So what I'll do is I'll grab these edge bits again, and we'll just slot them in like this. Bam! Like that. And as you see right now, we need like a little 1x1 square. Conveniently, I've actually built one of those just for one of these cases. So yeah, it's kind of like, as you see, it's kind of like Minecraft doing this stuff. It's very relaxing, actually. I quite enjoy it. I can see why a lot of people are environment artists. This is what they get to do a lot. It's quite fun. Here we go. Here's another corner I've built for an inwards corner. Convex? Concave? Can't remember what it's called. Just whatever, I'm an idiot, just ignore me. We just gotta slot it in here, so... Oh man, I'm screwing up all day long here. Anyway, you don't need to see this. Let's stop this right here. Oh god, I can't stop, seriously, I'm kind of getting addicted to doing this now. But it's going to be very boring to watch if I don't stop. So, okay, you can see how this is going to start to form, right? Like, you know, get some more single pieces with a little edge on it, click it in there, click it over here, and there we go. We've got like ourselves a little footpath, and we've got a building. And now all these little roof bits are built exactly the same way, so there we go. We've got a roof, so slap that there on the corner, and pull this over into this. Just click onto that bit there, and then bam, 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 and so on and so on. I actually did get lazy with these corner bits here, so it goes to show that I can break my own rules right in the same video, which is great. So yeah, I've just like collided these two together, and you can't actually tell. This will probably come to bite me back in the ass later on, but you know, whatever. I'm being lazy now, so I may as well reap the benefits of it while I can enjoy it, and then I'll have to come and rebuild it at some point. So yeah, last but not least, we got these little lines, and yeah, we can just like click them in here like this. Whatever. Let's just say this is a motorbike park right there. Bam. Maybe a motorbike park will be a bit smaller. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Seems the scaling goes by meter too. So, there we go. That's the basic idea of it anyway. So, yeah. That's essentially what I was building up last time. Just building these little Lego bits that I could stick my building together with, and you know what? I'll quickly jump and look at the export process, the taking it out of my 3D program and putting it into Unity process for those of you that are not in game development. Oh, and of course, one last bit. Sorry, this might be dragging on too long. But what I was doing here actually is, you can see there are different tones of concrete, and this happens because you'll see concrete and it starts to get cracked over just time, you know, the earth shifts, whatever happens, and then you get some road worker boys that come along and fill in the gaps with new tarmac or concrete or whatever, and you get these kind of funny discolorations going on in concrete, where one area might be a bit higher than the others because it's been filled out, and they're in these kind of funny squares, just like this actually. So that was just me quickly replicating it, because the concrete itself, when I zoom right out like this, it didn't really have any breakup, and it looked a bit funny that it was all just kind of the same color, which wasn't so good. So yeah, this is my little method to it, and I think it looks alright. Could be better, but whatever, it goes with the simplistic style I've gone with anyway. Essentially, all I did with this was I just came along, here and grabbed my concrete that I'd built and gone, alright, here's material 1, right? And then I just went, oh, excuse me. Oh, let's close that, sorry. And then just slap these on there like that. Bam. Magical older concrete, just like that, easy peasy. So yeah, now I'll quickly jump into Maya. You know what, I'll just make this the episode talking about what I've got so far, because this is a lot easier to record than what I had set up before. So let's jump over to Maya and take a look at what I'm up to. We're in Maya, and this is my little scene. Looks quite a bit different in here, right? With the weird pitch black walls, the weird blue strips, red strips, green strips. Looks pretty bad, to be honest. But this is not what we get once we export it into Unity. So essentially what I'm doing here you go, I guess you can see all the pieces all separately now. Here we go, we've got a pathway here, we've got a fill, we've got the edge, we've got a small edge, we've got a small fill, corner, and a whatever corner, one of the cons. We've got our little roof tiles, so we've got roof fill, 2 meter by 2 meter and 1 meter by 1 meter, and the edge pieces. We've got a lamp that we stick around inside of Unity. We've got our little road markings, so here's the yellow ones and here's the white ones. We've got an AC unit. And a corner piece, I don't actually go over this, but you actually slap this on the edge. So here we go, say this is a wall, right? What you actually do is... God damn, I'm screwing up everywhere. All the controls are different. What you do is you grab this and you kind of slap them on these corners because it covers up the seams you get on corners, and there you go, it looks a lot nicer. Not that you can tell in this ugly RGB looking scene I got here, but anyway, so essentially what I've got going on with this export path is we are coloring things called vertices. What vertices are is these little dots that actually make up models. So this center area here, this is called a face. It is the surface area of your vertices, essentially. You've got like a polygon. Let's just create a polygon real quick. Polygon is a square. Oh god. Let me fix this up a little bit real quick. Sorry, there's a dragon. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible, just to educate those that do not know about this stuff. Polygon is just essentially we've got 4 vertices here, right? And in between is the face, and that face is a polygon. That's what people will refer to as polygons if you ever heard him talking about it in game development videos. What we are doing is editing these bits. These little pieces here are the bits that make up your polygon. So we will be dyeing these little dots with information. So these dots actually hold the information of your polygon. So this will have the coordinates in space as to where this model is. That's essentially how a model works in a game, right? So this will have some set of coordinates. I am not sure where to see it, but you know, for example, if it was here in this very center of the scene, it would be 0, 0, 0 on all axes, whatever. So your up axis and left, forward, back axis. So anyway, so these already store locational information. What we're doing is essentially just adding color information to them, which Unity can read, and it's very cheap. So what I'm using here is I'm dyeing certain vertices to pick which material goes on what color. So here I've got blue in this scene means it's going to be my metal material. If it's red, it means it's going to be my secondary color. Black, or lack thereof color, is going to be my primary color, and green, obviously by just looking at this, is going to be glass. So I'll export these into Unity, and when I apply my material to them, they'll automatically be assigned those colors. Do I still have the Unity open? And yes, okay, as you see here, we've got glass in that center area, right? And the bars are metal, just like as you jump over back into Maya. The bars are metal. And oh jeez, sorry guys, and this is our secondary color, which is the red, and the gray is the wall face here. So yeah, that's the basic setup I've been going with, and yeah. Oh, I'm using another thing called world space UVs, so I don't actually need to UV unwrap anything. I'll explain UV unwrapping in another video, but just because it's dragging on. But essentially, I just don't need to spend extra time doing extra processes to my model to make textures project onto it properly. Essentially, Unity does that for free for me, and I am kind of just abusing that to be lazy, and I love being lazy. So yeah, that's essentially my basic scene. I'm not sure I've got much else to talk about. I've got plenty more to talk about, but I want to cut this video here. This is essentially where I'm up to. In future videos, what I'm going to be doing is I've actually got like a little car that can drive around. What I'm going to be doing is jumping in that thing and driving around and setting up a little town area. So obviously next I'll need to build a road, because as you see, it's just kind of blank tarmac at the moment, which isn't so great. And I've just got a shop in the middle of nowhere with some cones, which you know, nowhere really looks like this in real life. So yeah, just setting up a little world, placeholder world. My idea was actually to set up like little scaffolding sort of tiles like this and place them around where I want to build future buildings, so I can sort of build out a general area. I can build out a little like placeholder road with placeholder scaffolding bits and maybe some signs saying like roadworks and so on, and areas I like, you know, like just to show like I'm still working on this bit, to really, I don't know, be able to make these videos a bit more immersive, because sort of flying around just in a little editor like this, you know, isn't the most, it's not the most watchable thing. So I just want this to be a bit more watchable, because I can't actually full screen this at the moment. I've got to jump to my camera and hit full screen on this like play mode, and yeah, I can't actually move it around because I haven't got any animated camera, which isn't so good. So again, I'll shut up finally and cut my video here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on another video. I'll continue developing stuff, and yeah, if you have any questions or interested in anything, or want me to explain anything, or want to see anything in a future video, or want me to make anything, that was a long rambling sentence, just let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to respond. Thanks for watching.